Well, that's good news. Now, one of the things you mentioned when you talked about the viable system model was that it wasn't a recipe. However, when you talked about ViPlan, you were actually talking about templates and things like that. So could you go on and talk about ViPlan and the extent to which that is either using recipes or not using recipes?
Well, useful to clarify that point. One problem that people have is to make use of this model, of the viable system model, and that has pushed me in a way to develop a method which is not a recipe type method. It is a collection of activities, of interrelated activities that are very much two ways, in the sense that there is not a clear one after the other, but they influence each other as you make progress with its use. But it somehow clarifies the process of applying the ideas, and at the same time it makes something that I consider very valuable, that is linking strategy and structure. So it helps to link strategy and structure. Now, the strategy is something that is covered by the four first initial activities of this method. Now, the first thing that we discuss here is the identity of the organization. So you invite the people in the organization to talk about their identity. What is it that they are for? What is the business they're in? You invite them to discuss what are their values, what are their key relationships, and through this conversation, what you come up with is a clarification of the kind of system that they want to build up. And that's where a tool that ViPlan uses there is the naming of systems, if you wish. Now, this naming of systems gives you some idea of what kind of transformation these people want to achieve, the kind of products and services they want to offer to their customers or to the people they are serving. And that is essential of this first part of the method. Now, from this transformation is that we work out the key activities that are necessary to perform. And in particular, it recognizes the chunks of complexity that the organization has to deal with. So it is working out the kind of geography that it is serving. It is working out the customers that it is serving. It is working out the complexities of the suppliers that they have. It is working out the complexity of their own transformation and the kind of technologies that they are using. So these chunks of complexity need to be somehow properly recognized, because there are aspects of connectivity there, which if you miss, the cost for the organization is going to be very high. So that's the reason I use the word chunk, because it gives the impression of something that is highly interconnected and is leaving out the weak connections, if you wish. This chunking and the modeling of that, the ViPlan method does it through structural models and technological models. So the third activity of this method is the unfolding of complexity. And that is essentially considering the chunks that were recognized in the previous structural and technological models and give them an organizational embodiment. And that is the way we recognize autonomous units within autonomous units. The fourth activity is precisely trying to resource these autonomous units through allocation of resources and discretion in making decisions. And that is something that is captured by the table recursion function in the method, which all these four are very much strategic activities that need to be applied in the design and diagnosis of structural mechanisms the mechanisms that the viable system model provides. So this is the VIPLAN method.